Walmart may be the world's largest retailer, but it doesn't have much of a presence in urban areas right here in the United States. The retailer wants to change that, and it's in the middle of a fight with union leaders out in Chicago where it's trying to open a second store. The dispute revolves around wages. It looks like some real headway has been made here, and Walmart might prevail. Dorian Warren is here with me now. He's a professor at Columbia University, and he's writing a book about the anti-Walmart movement. Thanks for coming in today. When we hear anti-Walmart, that's often code for union.
Right. The
idea that Walmart sat down and negotiated with union members in Chicago is huge.
Unprecedented.
It's a massive move for this retailer. Tell me how much of a precedent this sets. Is this a one-off, or are we going to see them talk more often?
I think we're going to see them talk more often, especially in big cities where unions still have a lot of strength. So think New York next, think Los Angeles. The Chicago negotiations and breakthrough actually paved the way for Walmart's expansion across big cities in North America.
They've been fighting for about 6 years for this now. Walmart released a statement saying they're going to create 2,000 union jobs, 10,000 associate positions out in Chicago. Is the bottom line here that the economy is so bad that any kind of job creation has trumped the unions?
Absolutely. And in fact, so Walmart waited 6 years for this moment. They were patient, persistent, and finally paved the way for not only a second store, but possibly 24 new stores in Chicago. So that's huge. And for the labor movement in Chicago, this is actually a win for their building trades workers who are going to be building all of these stores.
Because they are going to be hiring some union workers to create
So the
store.
employees inside the store won't be union, but the employees that build the store will be.
Now, a large part of the argument has been based around wages, and the argument being Walmart, you can't pay a rural salary in an urban area. What give have they given here?
They haven't actually given much. So they're only paying about 50 cents more than the state minimum wage of Illinois, with promises of going up next year of maybe 40 to 60 cents. If, as they claim, their average wage, though, in their stores is $11 an hour, $8.75 isn't actually much of a concession when you really think about it.
So if this does create some sort of precedent here, I mean, what happens next? It's really hard to talk about Walmart coming to New York. They've made noise about it in the past, but even if it's not a big box, if it's a bodega model, some of their smaller stores, it seems like there's going to be some real pushback here.
There's going to be, I think, the most amount of pushback in the city of New York. When you have the Speaker of the City Council at our anti-Walmart rally last week saying not in New York, there's much more ideological opposition among city council leaders here than in Chicago. Chicago is a place where you can compromise a little bit more with Walmart in terms of the local politics than New York. So New York is going to be, I think, the last holdout against Walmart's moving in.
Well, it's going to be an interesting thing to follow. I know for you, for the book you're writing, and for us here, for anyone who watches the store, as they perhaps expand domestically, since the story has been about international growth.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.